Hello, welcome to Monrovia Historical Museum. My name's Mark Still, I'm curator here. Come on in, there's a lot to see. We're sitting now in the classroom of Laura C. Barnes from Ivy Avenue School. Ivy Avenue was an elementary school here in Monrovia in the location that Clifton is now. And we found a picture of Laura C. Barnes in her first grade class, and we reproduced that classroom here. Youth are important to us here at the museum. A couple of months ago, a young lady came up to me and said, "Why do we have this big old building full of all these old things?" And it gave us here at the museum a chance to think about why we're doing what we're doing. And actually, we decided it's because human beings are storytellers. There's always been someone in the clan or in the community from tribes all the way back through history that told the stories of the community or of the group from years past, so the young people could see where they came from and could take part more fully in the community. A museum is just an extension of that storytelling. Here we show the things that were a witness to history in the hopes that people will pick up a little education from them and will also be inspired to add their voices to the community and to get involved in community and in history in their local cities. In regards to that, we've started several programs for our youth. One of them is a scholarship program. Last year we started for the first time a photo contest. It's open to all high school age students in Monrovia. Doesn't matter which high school you go to. And you'd simply take pictures around Monrovia. We'll give you some rules on what to do, and all the pictures that are turned in we turn over to a panel of judges, and they'll pick the top 3 or 4 for scholarships, awards to help with education. In regards to that, one of our first winners of a scholarship program is here. His name is Stephen Klimaszewski.
So we're putting together a panel of people to help manage the projects, and we work on all sorts of projects ranging from ancient Indian tribes in the area to high schools and how they helped us in the past, what they were like in the past, to what they're going to be like in the future. And we need people to help us with this because we can't do it all on our own. So if you'd like to get involved, that'd be greatly appreciated.
What do you think some of the problems with the design is going to be in a museum environment?
Well, we have to think about what the shape of the room is, and what kind of content we're going to place in and how it'll appeal to the people that are looking through it.
Yes.
We have to think about what they're going to bring away from that project and what we want to teach them. And we have to make it appealing enough for everyone to look at it and not get bored and walk away.
Well, it's a tough job, isn't it?
Yes.
But we're very happy to have students help us here at the museum, give us their ideas and so forth. And by the way, thank you very much
You're very
for helping
welcome.
us at the museum. In this part of the museum, we're assembling the artifacts to build a turn-of-the-century kitchen. It will have the icebox, not a refrigerator. You see the latest edition gas stove. This one happened to be one of our favorite parts of the museum. It's the stove of General George S. Patton's estate. We'll be showing you how to do the laundry and how many days each week it took to do it after you've pumped the water in and done it all by hand. In 1986, some Monrovia residents got together to celebrate the centennial of Monrovia by building the Monrovia Historical Museum. In 1992, we were able to move the museum to this location, a historic building. The Monrovia Plunge served the community as the municipal swimming pool for over 50 years. In 1925, on opening day, 753 people showed up to go swimming, so they knew they had a pretty good thing going. Dr. Francis Pottinger built his sanatorium here in Monrovia to deal with the diseases of the chest. There were many hospitals and camps for that purpose here in the foothills of San Gabriel Valley. The reason for that was because the air was so pure and clean in these foothills. The Pottinger Sanatorium lasted from 1903 into the 1950s, when cures were found for tuberculosis and asthma. Here we are in the turn-of-the-century parlor at the museum. A parlor in the late 1800s, early 1900s, was actually pretty much a living room. It was where people came to relax, to talk with their friends and family. There was no TV, of course, so they did a lot of reading. They played music, maybe on this 1890 pump organ. Sometimes they sang. This is one of the many exhibits in the museum that isn't quite finished. We're working to finish these exhibits from one end of the museum to the other. And it's going to be quite spectacular. Coming soon to the museum is a citrus industry exhibit that will feature our citrus stand, like those that were all over the San Gabriel Valley in the early 1900s. You'll even be able to smell the oranges. We are blessed at the museum to have a very extensive Native American exhibit. The artifacts were collected by a man named C.C. Cobb in the late 1800s. It's quite an extensive collection. C.C. Cobb in turn gave it to Dr. Salisbury, who was a dentist here in Monrovia, who put it together with his collection of natural history exhibits. The entire collection was given to the Monrovia High School in the 1920s. Subsequently, it's on view now here. One of the oddities from our natural history collection is this barn door skate. It's something you don't see very often, and many people have their opinions as to what it is because it looks very strange. But actually it's a fish from the North Atlantic, a bottom feeder. It doesn't even fly, but it looks very strange. Be sure and stop by and see our telephone exhibit, our communication devices of the last century. For those of you that are attached to your cell phone, take a look how hard it was to get a message to your friends 50 years ago. I hope you've enjoyed our tour of Monrovia Historical Museum, but please come by and see all the exhibits we have to offer and all of the history that Monrovia has to offer you. Behind me you'll see our donor tree. The leaves represent our major donors to the museum. We'd like to add your name to that list and put a leaf on the tree for you. Thank you, and please come see us at the Monrovia Historical Museum.